Hi, I'm Karen. Welcome to part one of your three-part little mini Pilates series. So what you're going to do is sit up really, really tall and legs nice and straight, arms forward, and slowly roll down onto your mat. So slowly curve and scoop your belly in towards your spine, and then see if you can go all the way down very gently. Okay, you need one hand underneath the small of your back, so just put it under so that it just fits. And then bring these legs up, feet and knees hip distance apart, your other hand's going right down low on your lower abdominal. So you're going to flatten here under the top hand without squashing the underhand. So it's going to start, we're going 90 with your right leg, so it's 90 degrees at your hip, 90 degrees at your knee, and then stretch this leg to the sky. Flex your foot, see if you can fan those toes, keep yourself locked in nice and straight, and this leg slowly going down towards the mat. The idea is that you keep flattening your tummy, keep pulling it on, and do not squash your underhand. Don't rise up off it either as your leg goes down. So it's really common to try and flare up. So keep just resting gently on that underhand, and then as you bring your leg slowly back up, don't squash your hand. So some people only get to about here, and that's fine. That's where you need to stay. It's more important to have your back perfect. But if you can keep on going and come up to this L shape, then that's great. Then you point your toe, go to 90, and softly down. And now we're going on to the other side, so check your back is perfect. Your tummy is really, really flat. And take your left leg to 90, stretch it to the sky, flex your foot, fan those toes, keep your tummy flat, keep everything working really well, and very slowly go down. So the slower you go down, the more muscles you're working, the more core you're turning on. So keeping this really, really still through here. There's no movement at all. And then just to slowly come up. So coming up, your leg might feel a bit heavy, but keep on coming up slowly. Don't try and speed it up. Stop before you squash your hand underneath, wherever that is for you. And then you're going to point and go 90 and softly down. So off we go on the other side. There's a slight difference here. So it's 90, stretch to the sky, and point. You're going to ballet twist. So you turn your heel in, your toe out, your kneecaps pointing out sideways. Really stretch through that leg as you slowly go down. It's all the same. It's waking up your core because you're having to hold this part of your body really still as you move your leg. At the bottom here, you're just off the ground, point far away from you. And then slowly come on up. The other thing to notice is that my chin is tucked in. So a lot of people, when they get in this position, they're looking up like this. Keep your chin tucked in. And slowly up we come. You untwist, go to 90 and softly down. So all your movements smooth up, and then ballet twist. And I've got a really pointed toe, so unless you're getting toe cramp, which is often common in the early days, then you really squeeze those toes over, reaching out towards the far wall there, and then slowly bringing your leg back up. Keep that strong belly twist on, and then untwist, go to 90, and softly down. Okay, so now we're talking about stability here, so what I want you to do is sit on your hands. So bring your hands underneath. You still want that neutral spine, so you've got to feel now that you've still got a gap under your back. You're going to take your right leg to 90, pull that tummy really, really flat, and this leg's going out sideways. As it goes out sideways, all you're thinking about is staying heavy on the left. So squash that left hand and keep your left knee pointing straight up. So it doesn't matter how far, come back in again, your knee goes out. It's all about stability across your pelvis. So keep your pelvis really still, pushing down through onto that left hand. Left knee staying exactly where it is, and we're coming back up and we're going to go down. So, two on the other side. So as you're moving your left leg, your right leg is what you're thinking about. Right hand being squashed, right knee staying very, very still. It's a small, slow movement. You need to be perfect with it. So it's about core, holding your body still. And then bring it back in. And place your feet down. You're going to straighten the legs out along the mat. Remember, this is a sample, so we're racing through some elements of Pilates. I I want you to point your toes, squeeze those legs together, and you'll notice usually when you've got your legs straight that you've got more than a neutral spine here. So you want to see if you can get that back right down onto the mat by scooping your belly flat as hard as you can, and then keep all that as you reach your arms up above you. So normally what happens is your arms will come up and your ribs will come up with them, and you'll create a great big gap under your back, but keep your core on, keep pressing down, keep holding down there, and then bring your arms slowly down beside you and have a rest. We'll do it 2 more times, exactly the same, so it's point and squeeze. And press your back down, and then reach your arms all the way up and hold. This is what I call the pancake position, because you're pressed flat against the mat. And then bring yourself back to here, and relax. And 1 more time, so point, and squeeze those legs, and press your body down, and reach yourself all the way up, and keep pressing your body down. And release. Okay, so you can either sit up gracefully without hands, or use your arms and just push yourself up to sit. And you're going to come towards the front of your mat for rolling like a ball. So this is where you really need to be out of the straight position and into a very scooped, curved position. So you're pulling your tummy away from your thighs and tucking your chin right in. This is called hover. So the movement goes hover, roll, hover. You want to listen to the sound of your back, and initially it might be a bit thumpy, but the more you pull your tummy on, the smoother that sound will go. So you keep your head off at all times, come right up onto your shoulder blades. See if you can lift those hips as high as you can, and you can see that I'm warming up. It's really early in the morning here. And then place your feet down. Okay, we're going to do 1 more. We're going to take our hands to the front here. And 3 times like this, so it's exactly the same. Keep your eyes on your belly, that will keep your chin tucked in and your head off. 1. Come and hover. It's really common to turn your tummy off at this point, but keep it on to act as your brakes at the front here. Place your feet down. We're going to roll over onto our tummies. Head on your hands, and feet out to the corners of your mat. Drop your heels in. Be nice and relaxed in this position to start with, and all you're going to do is pull your tummy up towards your spine. So there's no movement happening here, it's just your tummy lifting, and relax, and lift again. So pull it right up towards your spine, and make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed, your buttocks are nice and relaxed, and then let go. So I want you to pull your tummy on, keep it on, and hover your head. Your chin is pointing straight down, your nose is down, your eyes are looking straight down. And then down we go, and relax your tummy. Pull that core on, and lift and hover again. So don't be tempted to come up like this, just keep your chin tucked in, and then slowly come on down. 1 more like that. So pull that tummy on, hover your head, keep your tummy on, and then slowly come on down. We've got 3 more to go, and we're taking our arms with us this time. So it's pull that tummy on, and up we go. So you notice I'm not coming up like this, I'm looking straight down, and then slowly down we go. So it's not about massive height, it's about keeping your tummy on. So pull that tummy on, and up we go. My feet stay down at the same time, and then slowly down. We've got 1 more to go. So pull that tummy on, up we come, hold, 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 and slowly come on down. You're going to take your hands underneath your shoulders and push yourself up into a snake. So you're going for a good back bend in this position, but you're not taking your head back, you're just looking down, slightly down towards the front of your mat, and then slowly down we come. So you want to make sure at this stage that you're far enough forward when you tuck your toes, your feet are on your mat, but otherwise just keep them relaxed. Pull your tummy on this time as you snake up, keep your tummy on, and roll up through each bone of your spine. Push your shoulders away from your ears, push your hips down, and slowly come on down. Up we go again, tummy goes on, pushing all the way up. And at the top you're going to tuck your toes, come into plank, and then push back to volcano. So you're driving your heels down towards the mat, pushing through your arms, sticking your tailbone right up, and then coming down onto your hands and knees. Keep your hands where they are. Up we come again into volcano. Drive those heels back. Drive that tailbone up. See if you can get your head to come through your elbows. And then come on down. Last one, we're nearly done here. So up we come. And now you're going to take your hands and walk yourself back to hang. So back like this, tummy pulling on, and just stay down here and let yourself get that stretch. Well done.